Hello Year 5 and welcome along to our new unit in computing. So we're going to work together at looking at some computers around us. And to start off with, I've just got a couple of questions for you to think about. First of all, I'd like to think about when was the last time you used a computer? So think back. When do you think the last time you used a computer was? Okay. And then a second question is, how many computers do you think there are in the room right now? So depending on where you are, the answer might be different, but how many computers do you think there are in the room right now? Now, when you were thinking about those questions, were you thinking of a computer with a screen and a keyboard and a mouse? Or did some of you think of other things? Let's see. Okay, well, what is a computer? Well, it's not just a machine with a keyboard, a screen, and a mouse. Those are computers, but there are lots of other things that are computers too. So, a sort of a definition for computers could be a machine that does a job. It doesn't have a brain like us, it can't think or have ideas, but it can follow instructions. And these instructions can help us by doing lots of useful things. So a computer is a type of machine that can follow instructions. Wherever you go, there are lots of computers. Not just the ones with keyboards, mice, screens, but places like the doctors, the supermarket, even in your cars, there are computers. So, how are these computers used in everyday spaces? So, here's a bit of a challenge for you guys. Here's a picture, okay, a bit of a cartoon. I'm going to turn myself off for a minute, and I'm going to give you some time to try and identify some of the computers in this image, okay? So, look at the image, spot as many computers as you can, and think about what job they do as well. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do that. Okay, so what have you spotted? Well, let's go through and see which machines here are computers. So, did you spot the cash machine? Cash machine's there. It runs a computer program that lets people make choices about their money. When they ask for money, it checks there's enough in their account. So it's a computer that's doing a job. Now you might have spotted that one. It's got a screen, it's got buttons. It's a bit like a desktop computer in some ways. Okay, what about the automatic doors? So the automatic doors, there's no buttons, there's no screen, but it is a computer. What it's doing is it's sensing if there's somebody nearby. So they only open when there's somebody in front of the doors. So that a computer is doing that job. It's a single task computer. Its only job is to see, is there somebody there? If there is, open the door. That's its set of instructions. Okay, you've got the camera and the MP3 player. So the digital camera and the MP3 player use programs to make them work. There is a program that is loading and playing the songs on an MP3 player. There is a program that is capturing the picture and saving it as an image on our camera. Traffic lights. Traffic lights are computers. They follow a sequence of instructions to stop the traffic, to show you it's safe to cross over. They're following this pattern of instructions over and over again. And household appliances, washing machines, microwaves, games consoles, DVD players, all computers. Now if I ask you the question I asked at the start, when's the last time you used a computer? Does that change your answer a bit now? Now you know that all of these things are computers. Because it might be actually you used a microwave, or you've just been on your Xbox, well that's a computer. Or maybe you crossed the road with some traffic lights, well that's a computer. So there are lots more computers than we think. And it might even change the answer to the second question. How many computers are there in the room right now? Has somebody got a smartwatch on? Because that's a computer. Okay, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to make for me a list of all the computers that you can think of that are in your home. So now you know a little bit more about what a computer is. I want you to see if you can make a list of the things that you think are computers in your home. So bear in mind, lots of those household appliances we said were computers. Okay, then, once you've done that, I'd like you to challenge yourself. I want you to try and think about computers that we might find in public spaces. So, like traffic lights. What about ones in the supermarket? In the doctors? That we talked about earlier. What computers might we see there? What hidden computers are out there? So you made a list of them in your home, a list that you might find in a public space. For gold, I want you to explain what a computer is. So define what a computer is. Okay. And then the challenge is to choose a computer and explain what its function is. So for example, the function of the traffic light as a computer is to change the lights to show when it's safe to cross the road for pedestrians and when cars are allowed to go and stop. Okay, so that's one example of a computer and its function. Okay, you've got there some vocab, computer and function. And if you're completing this on the VLE, then please submit your list at the assignment point below this video. Okay, all the best guys. I'll see you again soon.